When we hear that this mutual fund has given 12% returns in last 5 years, what does that mean? Is SIP and lump sum investments are both same? We still get confused when it comes to mutual fund returns. These terms like XIRR, CAGR, absolute return still confuses us. So in today's video, I'll explain you all about all these terms. Like what is XIRR, what is CAGR, what is absolute return, and also how to calculate them. But before that, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe it and also press the bell icon so that you can get the timely updates of my upcoming videos. So let's begin with CAGR. CAGR is compounded annual growth rate. CAGR is the return type which is most commonly used while discussing the performance of any fund. CAGR tells us about the compounded growth rate of your mutual fund investments. Let's understand this with an example. Let's say Mr. X has invested 1 lakh rupees in 2015 for 5 years. In 2020, he has redeemed it on 1.5 lakhs. Now how much is the return in percentage Mr. X has earned? CAGR can help you to understand this. The formula to calculate CAGR will be CAGR is equal to final investment value divided by initial investment value to the power 1 by n minus 1. So as per the above example, we can calculate it as 1.5 lakh divided by 1 lakh to the power 1 by 5 minus 1, which will be 8.45%. So the CAGR will be 8.45% for Mr. X. So CAGR is an average annual return that a fund has generated over a period of time. And CAGR is the correct method to calculate one-time or lump sum investments, not for the SIP returns or the SIP investments. So now you all must be thinking that how to calculate the SIP returns then. To calculate the SIP returns, something known as XIRR is used. XIRR is extended internal rate of return. Where there is a different cash inflow or cash outflow, CAGR is not a good measure. In that case, XIRR is used. Now let's understand this also with an example. Let's say Mr. X has started investing rupees 5,000 monthly for 5 years. So this time the calculation will be different, as each installment of SIP is a new investment and therefore each installment is invested for a different time duration. For example, in a 5 years of SIP, the first installment is invested for 5 years. The second installment is invested for 4 years, 11 months. The third installment is invested for 4 years and 10 months, and so on and on. For this reason, each installment is compounded for a different time duration. So extended internal rate of return, XIRR, will take this into account. In XIRR, CAGR of each and every installment is calculated separately, and then the overall compounded annual growth rate is taken out by adding them all together. So by this calculation, Mr. X will generate 10.3% of annual returns. So with this we have seen that when Mr. X has invested in lump sum, he has got 8.45% return. Whereas when he has invested in SIP, he has got 10.3% return. But if there would be any changes like any cash withdrawal or any kind of extra amount payment in the duration of the SIP, the XIRR calculation would have changed, as it calculates each and every cash inflow and outflow. So till now, I hope you all would have understood about XIRR and CAGR and also how to calculate them. But these two are only useful to calculate more than 1 year of holding period investments. Now let's also understand how to calculate the return of less than 1 year of holding period of investment. So this can be calculated by absolute returns. Absolute returns means how much gain or how much loss you have made in your investments. To calculate absolute return, the formula is final value minus initial value divided by initial value into 100. So this formula will deliver the exact return the fund has delivered in last 1 year. So with this, I hope you all would have understood the XIRR calculation, the CAGR calculation and the absolute returns calculation. Now there is a small tip. Whenever you choose an equity fund, do not judge the return of the fund just by seeing the absolute return or one-time return. Always evaluate it by doing the calculation of XIRR or CAGR, which means more than a year return, which could be 3, 5, 7, 10. If this video is helpful to you, please don't forget to hit the like button and also share this video friends. Also, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and follow my page. Till then, bye bye.